This week on Jock Talk, Tiger gets mad, Chris Webber calls it quits, and Pac-Man wants to be a cowboy. Plus much, much more. We'll have it all on this week's edition of Jock Talk. Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Jock Talk. I'm P.B. Atkinson. Our top story is that ESPN has just announced that Grammy Award-winning pop musician Justin Timberlake will host the 2008 ESPY Awards on July 20th. The decision breaks a recent string of athlete hosts, following what seemed to be a successful run, including LeBron James in 2007 and Lance Armstrong in 2006. A spokesperson for ESPN, when asked why they chose not to use an athlete to host this year, said, "Well, when we saw that Justin was available, we thought, how could we go wrong? But mostly we couldn't find any superstar athletes who weren't in the process of being accused or convicted of assault and battery, animal torture, drug and steroid abuse, or some other serious legal or image problem." Tiger Woods' 5-tournament winning streak came to an end this past weekend in the WGC CA Championships at Doral, ending hopes and talk of a perfect season. Woods stirred controversy on the 9th hole Sunday, losing his temper and threatening a photojournalist who snapped the camera in Woods' backswing, prompting Woods to threaten to, quote, break your neck. Afterwards, Woods explained that his comments were made in the heat of the moment and that a lot of things happen on the golf course that people don't know about. Ironically, that was the same excuse George W. Bush used when he threatened to break the neck of a journalist who asked him about the existence of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Veteran power forward Chris Webber has announced his retirement from the NBA after an unsuccessful attempt to come back from an injured left knee. Webber was just one of 6 players in NBA history ever to average more than 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists a game for his career, which is more than likely what he will be most remembered for. On second thought, I'm thinking he might be remembered more for that timeout thing in the NCAA tournament. And speaking of the NCAA tournament, March Madness is in full swing once again, with 2 rounds of play in the books. According to Vegas odds makers, betting on the tournament has again reached an all-time high, causing many college administrators to declare a crisis over the presence of gambling at their universities. People, try going to a Friday night frat party for once. After that, I'd say on-campus once-a-year gambling is about the least of your worries. Beleaguered NFL return man Pac-Man Jones, who has been suspended from the league since 2006 for violating league ethics and behavioral policies, recently appeared on Michael Irvin's Dallas-based radio show to discuss his future. Jones said that he regrets his decision to frequent strip clubs and is confident that the NFL will reinstate him in the near future, also adding that he wanted to be a member of the Cowboys, which many football experts believe is a distinct possibility. In related news, disgraced New York Governor Eliot Spitzer said that he is also sorry about his frequenting of prostitutes and, given the state of Texas's apparent willingness to forgive, would now like to become governor of that state. Attractive Serbian tennis star Ana Ivanovic defeated Russian Svetlana Kuznetsova 6-4, 6-3 in the Pacific Life Open final to clinch her first WTA title of the year. The win offered even more evidence that Ivanovic is more than just a pretty face and also bodes well for her chances in the upcoming Grand Slam events later this season. Discussion boards were filled with well-wishers who offered encouragement and their analysis of Ivanovic's solid serve, her foot speed, and her strong ground strokes. The rest mostly just wanted to talk about her boobs. And in our last story, protesters advocating freedom for Tibet ran onto the field at the Olympic torch-lighting kickoff ceremony in ancient Olympia before they were seized by police. Minutes later, a Tibetan woman covered in fake blood briefly blocked the path of the torch relay. After washing the blood off her face, however, authorities found that the woman was none other than perennial Masters Golf Tournament women's rights protester Martha Burke. And that's all the time we have for our show. Thanks for joining us. I'm P.B. Atkinson, reminding you to join us again in 2 weeks for the next episode of Jock Talk.